Have you ever wondered what the world will be like in the future? With mankind developing new technology faster than ever before, it's likely our world will be completely different in the next 20 or 30 years than what it is now. In today's video, we're going to take a deeper look into some of the new and exciting technology that is expected to be released in the next few decades, and maybe get a glimpse into what our world could look like in the year 2050. But before we start, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos like this. Let's start with one that's probably on the top of everyone's future bucket list, which is space tours and travel. Have you ever imagined what it will be like to travel to space? Well, in 2050, it might be possible. According to Business Insider, space tourism could happen by then, with rocket companies like Elon Musk's SpaceX and Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin. We could see the beginning of space tours being made available to the general public. How cool would that be? You won't have to train your entire life to be an astronaut. In the future, you could book a space holiday as easily as buying a plane ticket. It will most likely cost a fortune for one of those interstellar seats, and unfortunately will only be affordable for the super rich. So, if you want to travel through space, you better start saving now. There's also the possibility of colonizing other planets. Elon Musk, for example, is working on a project that could see the first human settlement begin in the next 10 years. Although, it will take a very long time before it becomes livable for the general population. As Mars has a very cold climate and no oxygen, we would most likely need to build small, contained ecosystems that can produce oxygen for us to breathe. But it's still pretty exciting to think that we could be in the first generation human space travelers. Neuroprosthetics field. Have you ever thought about controlling a computer using your thoughts? What about controlling your house by sending out brainwaves? It may take decades to reach this point, but it can happen. In fact, the first neuroprosthetics are already on the market. There are cochlear implants and retinal implants, which were approved by the FDA back in 2013. There are also implants for people with Parkinson's disease that can send electrical pulses deep into the brain, activating some of the pathways involved in motor control. There are also rare cases of brain implant therapies for people paralysed due to spinal cord injury or other neurological damage. These implants are inserted into the brain and read off electrical signals that are translated by computer to restore a bit of movement and communication. But if you pair it with an exoskeleton, then hope for the paralysed is truly possible. It even made the news that Tybolt, a 30-year-old paralysed man, was able to move all his limbs with the help of an exoskeleton that can read brainwaves. Isn't that awesome? Following on from neuroprosthetics, we will probably also develop hardware implants. If you've played Cyberpunk long enough, then you'll get an idea of what we're talking about here. There are already famous examples of real-life cyborgs, people with hearing aids powered with artificial intelligence, John, who works at customer service, and patients wearing implanted pacemakers. These people are technically cyborgs, and they may be everywhere around us in a matter of time. A new generation of people might likely start the cyborg trend, where they would implant devices and hardware into their bodies just to look cooler. Bit of a step up from a tattoo or piercing, right? It's not just a bad thing though. Utilising this in the medical field makes it possible to repair physical impairments, such as eyesight problems. Although, it can also pave the way to the possibility of having the eyesight of an eagle and other superhuman qualities. There's also a lot of hope for people who have lost limbs in accidents. As there are currently a number of robotic prosthetics available already, you can bet that in the next few decades we will be able to create human-like prosthetics that integrate with your body. Our medical expertise will also improve immensely. There are a lot of world-breaking ideas to improve medical practices, but let's start with the one that we've been hoping to make a reality. The concept of the medical tricorder from Star Trek has been in talks for years, and we are hopeful that researchers can pull it off. Can you imagine having a device that can immediately give you a diagnosis, the patient's vital signs, and health parameters all from one scan? The closest to the medical tricorder is the Viatom CheckMe Pro. This device not only measures your body temp, but measures pulse rate and rhythm, systolic blood pressure, oxygen saturation, physical activity, and can even trace sleep patterns. Instead of patiently waiting for the findings of medical professionals, patients will become the point of care while monitoring their health by themselves. It's a handy device to have for sure. Nanotech and targeted treatments are also worth a mention. Nano devices and nanoparticles will soon operate as cancer treatment tools, precise drug delivery systems, or microscopic surgeons. Researchers from the Max Planck Institute are trying to make this a reality and have been experimenting with these micro-sized robots that can swim through body fluids. These microbots can be used to deliver drugs in a highly targeted way, just like the Amazon delivery man, only much, much smaller. These delivery bots are designed to swim through non-Newtonian fluids, like your blood, around your lymphatic system, or across the slippery fluid on the surface of your eyeballs. Although we are not there yet, the development of digestibles could be our one-way ticket to the wonderful world of nano devices. These tiny pills combined with a sensor could track the digestion and absorption of drugs after taking them. It's already been out since 2015, where the FDA approved the first drug product combined with a digestible sensor. The Japanese pharmaceutical company, Otsuka, and Proteus Digital Health created a digestible sensor incorporated with a drug against mental illness. With a patient's approval, the tiny sensor could communicate with a wearable sensor patch when the drug is taken. Then the information is transmitted to the patient or caretaker's smartphone or tablet. Pretty convenient, right? Another thing to look forward to is the fact that autonomous vehicles will most likely be used by the masses in 2050. Will public transportation take to the skies? Who knows, but this could be a reality in 2050. Successful demonstration flights of autonomous aerial vehicles, or AAVs, have been carried out already. AAVs are autonomous human-carrying drones that are designed for transporting passengers. Most configurations of these flying vehicles use vertical takeoff and landing through horizontal rotors, eliminating the need for a runway. Although they're similar to drones, AAVs are much different. The idea behind AAVs is to have commuters hop on board, taking them off congested roads and flying them to their destinations on direct routes. If you hate traffic and long commutes, then AAVs are something to look forward to. The EHang 184 is a concept for the world's first air taxi and debuted in Qatar for the FIFA World Cup in 2022. The 5G connected urban air mobility vehicle is controlled through a smart city command center and is the current model for AAVs. But what if you're not a fan of public transport? Well, Uber is actually releasing a new flying taxi that is already being tested right now. These small, helicopter-looking cabs could be in your city as early as 2023, and you could order them in the exact same way you order your Uber today. The bad thing is that there won't be any driver for you to ask the "busy night?" question to. Another vehicle advancement we could likely see is the development of hoverbikes. Maybe not as extreme as the ones on the movie Tron, but you get the idea. You've seen hoverboards, but have you ever thought about the idea of hoverbikes? This concept of hoverbikes is comparable to an AAV, in that it uses a VTOL platform. However, instead of being unmanned, a human operator rides and controls the vehicle. The design resembles the common motorbike with 4 rotors and is capable of carrying one person, perfect for singles like you and me. Like AAVs, the aim of hoverbikes is to provide a method of transportation that reduces street traffic for short distance travel. A Russian company called Hoversurf has developed the S3 2019 hoverbike, a one-piece carbon fiber frame that runs on batteries and is capable of flying 96 km per hour at 33 feet of altitude. But for $150,000 per bike, commuters won't be getting their hands on the hoverbike anytime soon. Looks like cram buses are all we've got for now. And that's a wrap. There is a lot of groundbreaking future tech that's waiting for us in the next few years, and we're lucky to be in a time where we have the resources and minds to make these a reality.
Nanotechnology. Scientists have already made great leaps in the world of nanotechnology, and they remain unrelenting in making more of such progress. Nanotechnology has the potential to change everything, from the way we behave to how we interact with each other. Many people in the industry firmly believe that there'll come a time when nanobots will be fitted in our brains, allowing us to live within a larger, more connected virtual reality within our nervous system. This sounds far-fetched, but many people believe it will be a reality sooner or later. Transportation. By 2050, transportation would have changed immensely. We're already seeing self-driving cars in their early phases of trial and error, so in 3 decades it's safe to say we should have the technology for true self-driving vehicles. According to a Stanford University report, self-driving cars would not only reduce traffic-related deaths and injuries, but also bring about a change in lifestyle. When people don't have to drive anymore, they will have more free time for themselves and may choose to live in different places as a result. Companies like Tesla are already working to put out cars with such capabilities, and it won't be too long till we see them in full action. Another interesting technology that could change the way we travel is the Hyperloop One. The train has the potential to revolutionize transportation forever. According to co-founder Shervin Pushiva, we've reached historic speeds of 310 kilometers an hour, and we're excited to finally show the world the XP1 going into the Hyperloop One tube. When you hear the sound of the Hyperloop One, you hear the sounds of the future.
Yes!
The Hyperloop could be one of the most revolutionary modes of mass transportation in well over 100 years, and with the help of electromagnetic levitation, the Hyperloop will give people access to a faster, safer, and cheaper source of transportation. Artificial intelligence. AI is already much more advanced than it was 10 years ago, and it will only continue to witness rapid and exponential developments. Experts like John Maeda believe that AI will have surpassed the processing power of all living brains on Earth in the near future. To properly function in that kind of society, it will be necessary to work together with these new systems to make sure that the preservation of important human values is carried forward. The rise of AI and change in culture will make technology an integral part of the workforce in the coming years. Everything will be connected and driven by data. Researchers also believe that the landscape of many industries, as well as the job market, will radically change as a consequence. If we are to go by the current trajectory of things, almost half of the world's current jobs won't even exist in 2050. Many of the physical labor jobs will be given out to the machines and robots, opening up new and safer job opportunities for the people. We can also expect to see people moving away from the traditional work systems, wanting more time to themselves, thus moving comfortably from the 9-to-5 lifestyle. Education. Education is another industry that will see a drastic change in the next 30 years. According to experts, at least 90% of the student population will be pursuing online degrees by 2050. Unless the world devolves into an apocalypse, education will continue to be more globalized, and more solutions will come that allow more people to receive good education efficiently. The world has recently witnessed a huge move to online education, and it seems like more educational institutions have seen some of its benefits. Online education will likely continue to be the way of the future and will help people learn from any corner of the world. According to an article from Commercial Micro Manufacturing, robots will most likely take over many of the tasks you would expect your regular educators to handle. These robots will be capable of preparing courses, giving lectures, answering questions, setting and marking assignments, and providing feedback on time. And because robots don't require payment and can work tirelessly around the clock, they will serve as cost-effective solutions for educational institutions. There's no doubt that the world will be quite different by 2050. We will see our existing systems and structures improve drastically, which will, in turn, change the way people function all around the world. The advancement of both AI and space travel will most likely be huge factors that help spark the radical change in the coming years. We can only hope that when that happens, we don't find ourselves in an apocalyptic nightmare.
Big data and personalized healthcare. Personalized healthcare seems like a dream coming true. Advancements in wearable technology and universal internet access have paved the way for personalized healthcare. Individuals in 2050 are predicted to monitor their health more closely, leading to proactive interventions and improved well-being. The introduction of big data analytics and machine learning enhances medical diagnostics, enabling healthcare professionals to detect and treat illnesses more efficiently. Conclusion: those fancy wearable devices everyone's talking about won't be just for show. With these gadgets and easy access to the internet, keeping an eye on your health has become a breeze. It's like having your own little health coach right on your wrist. Big data, which is actively collected now, will serve as a base for these inventions in the future. It's like this massive pool of information that doctors will use after fancy machine learning to diagnose and treat illnesses faster and more accurately. It's like having a supercharged medical team at your service. The mere idea of personalized healthcare is fascinating. Think about what its implementation will bear. Robotics and nanorobotics in medicine. Imagine a surgeon with hands as steady as a rock, but with the precision of a machine. That's the power of robotic-assisted surgery. The integration of robotics and nanorobotics stands out as a game changer in the field of healthcare. And by 2050, it is believed to elevate to a miraculous status. The integration of robotics and nanorobotics is revolutionizing the medical field. These technologies offer precise surgical procedures, targeted drug delivery, and non-invasive treatments. These robotic systems, equipped with advanced imaging technology and precise instruments, will allow surgeons to perform complex procedures with unparalleled accuracy. But it's not just about surgery. Nanorobotics takes it to a whole new level. Picture tiny microscopic robots navigating through the bloodstream, targeting cancer cells with laser-like precision. These nanobots can deliver medication directly to the affected areas, minimizing side effects and maximizing effectiveness. It's like having an army of tiny medical superheroes fighting disease from within. And let's not forget about non-invasive treatments. With robotics and nanorobotics, procedures that once required invasive surgery can now be done with minimal incisions or even entirely from outside the body. This means faster recovery times, reduced risk of complications, and improved patient outcomes. It's a win-win situation for both patients and healthcare providers. So, robotics and nanorobotics are not just buzzwords in the medical field, they're the future of healthcare, genetic engineering, and bioprinting. Around the year 2050, the world of medicine is witnessing extraordinary advancements through the use of genetic engineering and bioprinting. These innovative technologies are reshaping the way we approach healthcare, offering personalized treatments and organ replacements like never before. Genetic engineering is like the ultimate genetic toolkit. Scientists are now able to study and understand our genes, the tiny instructions that make us who we are. With this knowledge, they can create treatments tailored to each person's unique genetic makeup. It's like having a custom-made solution for every patient, which can make treatments more effective and reduce side effects. One of the coolest tools in the genetic engineering toolbox is CRISPR. It's like precision genetic scissors that can edit our DNA with incredible accuracy. Scientists can use CRISPR to fix genetic mistakes that cause diseases or even make changes to help our bodies fight off illnesses better. It's like giving our bodies a little genetic upgrade. But perhaps the most mind-blowing innovation is bioprinting. Think of it like 3D printing, but for living tissues and organs. Scientists can now create complex structures like hearts or livers, layer by layer, using living cells. This means that in the future, people might not have to wait for organ transplants. They can just get a new organ printed in a lab. All these technologies have emerged and bloomed recently, but we see a massive growth in them around 2050, when the discoveries of the present day will seem childish in front of them: AI and machine learning. In 2050, artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning will have transformed nearly every aspect of our lives. These technologies will be seamlessly integrated into our daily routines, revolutionizing industries and shaping the world in ways we can scarcely imagine today. Imagine waking up to a home where AI assistants anticipate your needs, adjusting the temperature, lighting, and even your morning coffee just the way you like it. As you head out, self-driving cars seamlessly navigate busy streets, guided by AI algorithms that ensure smooth and efficient travel. In the workplace, AI-powered systems will streamline processes, automate repetitive tasks, and provide invaluable insights to decision makers. From manufacturing and logistics to finance and customer service, AI and machine learning will optimize efficiency and productivity across industries. Education will also undergo a transformation, with personalized learning platforms powered by AI algorithms that adapt to each student's unique learning style and pace. Virtual reality classrooms and interactive simulations will enhance learning experiences, making education more engaging and accessible than ever before. Beyond our personal and professional lives, AI and machine learning will play a crucial role in addressing global challenges, from climate change and resource management to healthcare and disaster response. These technologies will empower us to make smarter decisions, innovate solutions, and build a brighter future for generations to come.
Watching the video. If the video is good, please subscribe to the channel and give me a like so I can be motivated to make the next videos. Goodbye and see you again.